Thank you, Mr President. I seek leave to make a brief explanation before addressing a question without notice to the Minister for the Arts on the topic of live music venues.
Is leave granted? Leave is granted.
In 2024, in the face of massive grassroots community campaign, the state government reached an agreement to pass legislation to stop the demolition of the Crown and Anchor Hotel and to create a new live music venue area in the Adelaide CBD. This zone was to grant special protections to venues on a designated live music venue list selected by the Planning Minister. Almost 2 years later, this list is still empty and the government's promise to the community remains unfulfilled. My question to the Minister for the Arts is, given Adelaide is a UNESCO City of Music, when will the state government finally deliver on its promise to establish a designated live music venue list and give Adelaide's live music venues the protections they deserve? And what is the Minister himself doing to advance live music in our city?
I thank the honourable member for her question. In relation to lists, in terms of the legislation to do with designated live music venues, I'll have to take that part of the question and pass it to the Minister for Planning and Infrastructure, who's responsible for the administration of that legislation. But there was a very good question in relation to live music in Adelaide, and as the honourable member points out, we are a UNESCO live music city in Adelaide. We join cities from around the world with that designation very, very proudly. We have a live music strategy being worked on in South Australia as part of our broader cultural policy in South Australia. We have a music development office within Create SA that looks to support the live music in South Australia. I've been fortunate to have a number of meetings with representatives of the live music industry, and like many sectors, there are some challenges that are being faced. For example, in the one of the big changes that people have talked to me about with the live music scene in Adelaide and right around Australia is the changing nature of spending patterns of those who go to live music. 20 or 30 years ago, live music venues made a significant amount of their money from the sale of alcohol. Alcohol is not being sold at nearly the rates that it has previously, and of course the nature of streaming services means those involved in the music industry are changing, necessarily needing to change the way, and merchandise and other things are becoming a more important part of live musicians being able to make money. So it is something we are contemplating, it's something we're working on, and with a strategy for live music in South Australia, we do see this as very important.